Have you ever wished you could hear directly from God? Imagine being a young boy, sleeping in a quiet temple, and suddenly hearing a voice calling your name. This is the story of Samuel, one of the great prophets of the Bible, and how God spoke to him for the very first time. Samuel was a special boy. His mother, Hannah, had prayed for him for many years. She promised God that if he gave her a son, she would dedicate him to God's service. And that's exactly what she did. Samuel grew up serving in the temple under Eli, the high priest. Even though he was young, Samuel was faithful, obedient, and eager to serve God. One night, Samuel was sleeping in the temple near the Ark of the Covenant. Suddenly, he heard someone calling his name. "Samuel! Samuel!" Samuel jumped up and ran to Eli, thinking it was the priest calling him. "Here I am," Samuel said. But Eli shook his head. "I did not call you," he said. So Samuel went back to bed, but soon he heard it again. "Samuel, Samuel!" Again, he ran to Eli. "Here I am. You called me." Eli realized something incredible was happening. He said to Samuel, "Go back to bed, and if the voice calls you again, say, 'Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening.'" The voice called a third time. This time, Samuel responded exactly as Eli had instructed. "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening." And just like that, God began speaking to Samuel. God shared important messages about what would happen in Israel. Samuel was amazed and a little afraid, but he listened carefully. This was the moment he was called to be God's prophet, chosen to guide his people. Think about that for a moment. Samuel was just a boy, yet God trusted him with an important message. He was chosen not because of his age, strength, or power, but because he had a willing heart, a heart ready to listen. From Samuel's story, we learn some powerful lessons for our own lives. Be ready to listen. Sometimes, God speaks in quiet, unexpected ways. We just need to pay attention. Obedience matters. Samuel listened and obeyed, even though he was young and unsure. Faithfulness is powerful. Your age or experience doesn't limit what God can do through you. A willing heart matters more than anything else. Samuel went on to become a great prophet and leader in Israel, all because he answered God's call. And just like Samuel, each of us can be ready to hear, ready to obey, and ready to make a difference when we listen to God's voice. So the next time you feel a quiet nudge in your heart, or a voice calling you to do something good, remember Samuel. "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening."